TheCraftyGemini. I post weekly videos right here on my YouTube channel. And in this fourth video of my Garden Confetti Quilt Along series, we are continuing to cut up our fabrics. Alright, so now this next batch of fabrics is to cut out the remaining squares that we need to cut from these fabrics, and we're also going to cut them on the diagonal, similarly to how we did with our white and the white confetti print background, except these squares only need to measure 7 3/8 inches square. For these squares, the fabrics that we're using here are the red geometric red on red triangles, the light aqua, the darker teal colored, the red on red tossed dandelion print, the coral colored palms, the aqua on aqua tossed dandelions, and then the aqua palm. I'm going to start pressing and cutting these fabrics into the squares that I need, and then I'll meet you back here to do a little overview recap of how many squares of each of these we cut and what we need to do from then on. Now remember that these squares need to be cut at 7 3/8 inches square. So for those that don't know about the 1/8 inch increments, you're going to see from here 0 all the way up to 7, and then we have little hash marks every 1/8 of an inch up. So you basically just count them. So the first one is going to be 1/8, second one is 2/8, third one is 3/8. So we have to line up the fresh cut edge of our fabric with the third little mark after the 7-inch mark, because that's 7 3/8, which is basically 1/8 inch shorter than 7 1/2. Alright, and here we have our stack of all the squares that we cut out. Now let's do a quick recap because we did have to cut different amounts from each of the fabrics. Of the solid darker teal color, we needed to cut out 3 squares. Of the red tossed dandelion print, I cut out 4. Of the coral colored palm, we cut out 5 of those squares total. And remember, all of these measure the same size. Of the aqua tossed dandelion, we cut out 3 squares of that print. The aqua colored palm here, we cut out 3 squares from that print as well. The light solid aqua, we just cut out 2 of those, and then of the red triangles, we only needed 2 squares as well. Now we're not going to need all of these squares in the finished quilt top, so now we need to actually prep them so then we can sort out the ones we will need. So for this I recommend a longish strip ruler. This one happens to measure 4 inches by 14, and you're just going to lay it from one corner to the other so you can slice the square into 2 triangles along the diagonal. Now set them aside, just make a stack. Remember, because we're cutting them along the diagonal, that is a bias cut edge, and you don't want to be kind of manipulating the fabric or stretching it out of place. Just kind of lightly slice it and then set them together to create a stack, and then we'll cover what pieces we need of each print. When you're done slicing each one of your squares, you end up with a stack of triangles like this. And now let's sort out the ones we'll actually need for the quilt. So your light solid aqua, you have 4 triangles there. You will need all 4, so put them in your keep pile. Of the darker teal colored, you're going to need all 6 of those triangles as well. The red tossed dandelion, you have 8 there. We only need 7 for this quilt, so take 1 out. Next here is the coral colored palm print, and you have 10 triangles. Keep all 10. The aqua tossed dandelion, you have 6 triangles here. We only need 5, so just go ahead and take 1 out. And then the aqua colored palm, you have 6 here, but you only need 5. So remove 1 from that stack as well. And your red triangles, remove 1 also because we have 4, we only need 3. Now set those aside, and I will meet you back here next Friday for the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit it with the thumbs up below, share it across the different social media sites, and don't forget to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next video that's coming up in this series. Remember, I always include a link for you in the description box below where you can find some additional information on the fabric collection or the products featured in this video. And thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.